Hi everyone, this is a review on the Play-Doh Presents the story of Hansel and Gretel. You can see Hansel and Gretel here, and you can make the evil witch, gingerbread men, and some candy. It comes with lavender and brown Play-Doh for making your Play-Doh set. So let's see how this actually works. So we're going to talk about the story of Hansel and Gretel and see how we make some of the things in the story. Okay, one day Hansel and Gretel are brothers and sisters, and they decided to disobey their parents and go for a walk in the woods. So in order to find their way home, they left a trail of breadcrumbs. And you can make the breadcrumbs by rolling them over the brown Play-Doh, like this. So you can see the little breadcrumbs. And you can cut them out if you really want to, or you can just leave them like that. So Hansel and Gretel were going, and when they went to turn around to follow the breadcrumbs, birds had come and eaten all the bread, so they were lost in the woods. Soon they came to a house that was full of gingerbread and candy, and they had been outside for a long time, so they were really hungry. So they went and they tried to eat the candy. It was really good. And a little old lady came out and said, "Hi, and what's your name?" And they said, "Well, we can't tell you our name. We're not allowed to talk to strangers." And the little old lady says, "Oh, but I'm not a stranger, I'm a friend. See, you've been eating my house." And they said, "Well, our name is Hansel and Gretel." And so the little old lady says, "Well, why don't you come into our house, and then you can have some milk and cookies too." And they said, "I don't know, we're not allowed to go into the homes of strangers." And the little old lady says, "But I'm not a stranger, I'm a friend." So Hansel and Gretel went inside the house. And when they were in there, the lady turned into an evil witch. She slammed the door and she said, "Ha ha, I've got you now." And she was going to throw them in the fire so she could cook them. But then there was a knock at the door. And the little lady said, "Who is it?" And it was Hansel and Gretel's daddy. And he says, "Is my son and daughter in there?" And she goes, "Oh, no." But Hansel and Gretel said, "Daddy, we're in here, we're in here." And the daddy busted down the door. And the policemen came and they arrested the witch and took her to jail. And Hansel and Gretel learned that they should never disobey their parents. They should always listen to them and never talk to strangers. Now, that's the story of Hansel and Gretel. Now let's look at to see how we make some of the figures that are in it. Okay, the house opens up and you can make the little old lady, candy, gum, and even gumdrops. So how do you make her? Well, first you put a little ball of brown Play-Doh right here in the top. And then you take pink Play-Doh or lavender Play-Doh and put it in the bottom. You close it, push it really hard, and when you open it, you have the little old lady or the witch. Now, depending on how much you put of brown and pink Play-Doh, that's how you can control where her skirt starts and where her head ends. Now, the gingerbread men, like this, are made from the fire. I guess you could say you're cooking them. So you take some brown Play-Doh, like this. You open it up. You put it in. Push. And there, you have a gingerbread man. Now the bottom of it will also make little candy swirls too. So that's how you do it. So our final verdict on the Play-Doh Presents the story of Hansel and Gretel, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. It's a fun little play set that allows you to make different types of candy, gingerbread men, witches, and it comes with Hansel and Gretel. It's a fun story and my daughter really enjoys it. And it's a nice way to act out the story and give it a little life to an old-time classic.